Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're looking at Boku no Hero Chapter 101. One thing I did want to mention was with the ending of Bleach being very imminent, I'm more than likely going to move forward either Boku no Hero Academia or Black Clover to the third schedule depending on which comes out first. So for now it's going to be on a Friday or a Saturday, this review, but moving forward it'll probably more this or Black Clover is going to go onto the Thursday slot, probably this. So this is delayed mainly because Friday was my birthday, as mentioned in my previous video. I unfortunately turned 29, which is the back end of the 20s. I'm getting old now. So I just want to spend some time with family away from everything, as you can imagine. So I did. And today I've been busy with a first aid course, which I thankfully completed now. So that's why I do evening videos. Anyway, the video in itself, this video will cover what I thought of the chapter. Now you've read the chapter, I'm assuming, and if you haven't read the chapter, please definitely go read the chapter before checking out my thoughts. Especially because you can always give your comment in the section below, in the comment section, I guess, about what you think, whether you agree or disagree with my thoughts. Anyway, so let's kind of get a few things out of the way. Hatsumi, genius, thinks outside the box. And I guess the idea behind this is about creativity. Much like most of this series in general is about the new generation. Much like you have an old generation for creation design, you've got a new one coming in who likes to not be held down by the conventional thoughts of society. This is effectively what triggers something in Izuku, and because based on her creations and the idea that she's been creating things all the time without thinking about everything else, really got him going, which is good because sometimes you need to keep yourself around people like that to kind of keep yourself growing and developing intellectually, which then by extension helps you grow physically because you learn techniques and so on and so forth. So the idea behind the exoskeleton, about the arm boosters, got him thinking, because he had to have something that takes the strain away from his joints and doesn't damage his arms any further. We later find out this is to do with his legs. He finds a way to use his ability on his legs, and that triggers the idea of using his legs instead of his arms. We'll get to that, how he does that in a second, but let's talk about what else we find out. So in this time, the whole idea about new moves and creativity, 4 days later from the initial meeting with Hatsume, we find out that Takuyomi goes Johnny Storm, and he creates a version of his dark cloak ability to kind of make up for his physical weaknesses. I thought that was cool and looked menacing as hell. As you know, Bakugao come up with a new move for concentration, and that was cool, which triggers a chain of events that leads us to finding out about Izuku. So he blasts the wall with his explosion technique that knocks a rock off the top of the wall, which is going to basically hit an unsuspecting All Might, who's now just a teacher. To save him at the last second comes flying through the air, full coward mode, Izuku blasting the rubble away with a kick. It's important to bear in mind that the top 3 to 5 members of that class are always more or less shown at the same time developing. That's Takuyomi, Bakugao, Izuku, Shuto and Karishima, I believe, are the physical powerhouses of that team. There's Shoji and a few other ones there as well, but I believe they're the physically strong ones. And there's Tetsu for the other team, for the other class, but they're the strong ones. And then you get the other ones that are different in their own way. Like I said, Shoji is a perfect example of that. Anyway, so an interesting chapter to show you that sometimes thinking outside the box is what can help you develop. What do you think he's going to do in terms of ability? Because he's kept most of his design similar. He's changed his arms a little bit to kind of help compensate for the ligament issues, and he wants to use his legs, but he hasn't really changed that too much. So I think he's kept that more like if you look at it, he thinks about his mother, and I think that was cool as a son to do. But other than that, he's kept it very simple. So do you think he's going to go full legs? Is he going to go Sanji mode and become a kind of a savant kind of a kickboxing slash taekwondo type of guy, or is he gonna blend it? Personally, I think he should go beyond that. I think he should go muy baron and start throwing knees and elbows in and get funky with it. But you never know. Personally, I'd love for him to start using his strength, not just to throw punches, but maybe throw some wrestling moves in there. A nice power bomb, a nice suplex, stuff that causes damage. So can you imagine him just like suplexing a guy through a wall or two, getting really physical with his abilities? He's got the strength. He's got the speed, he's got that explosiveness, he might as well, right? So what do you think is going to happen next with him? Personally, I think he should keep evolving his style and using his attributes to his advantage, because I'm sure he's gonna run out of techniques eventually with kicks, because he's not really that advanced yet. They do need a martial arts instructor, someone to teach him hand-to-hand combat. And not just, let's see what you can do now in a really shitty situation. A real guy that says, okay, this is how you punch, this is how you block, this is how you roll, this is how you kick. Those type of techniques. I'm looking forward to seeing something like that. Let's see what happens. Will Izuku go full Sanji mode, or will he become more of a hybrid type of fighter? We'll have to wait and see what he can come up with. That's all for me today, guys. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.